Salut Denzel et bienvenue dans cette leçon. Welcome to our midweek lesson once again. And in this last lesson, you saw us using a combination of sentences learned from the lesson on le temps, which talks about the weather, and that of the lesson, which talks about the different seasons, of course, les quatre saisons. L'hiver, le printemps, l'été, et l'automne. We saw how to express the different weather conditions which can be experienced in these different seasons. Well, we are not quite done, of course, with those seasons, as we are in this lesson going to learn how to make sentences related to, again, some of the seasons. We are going to look at some activities, some food which are very special or which are particularly grown during these seasons. So we're going to start with the first sentence. Il y a 5 pommes. Please repeat after me. Il y a 5 pommes. This is il y a 5 and pomme. And what does that mean? Can you guess? Il y a means there are or there is when you're talking of one thing. In this case, we're talking of 5, so it will be there are. And then 5, is for number 5. Very good. And the last word, pomme, is how we call what? Apples. So what does the sentence, il y a 5 pommes, means? There are 5 apples. Excellent. Great. So we are just not going to see how to pronounce this word. We are also going to learn how to spell them out. You can see it's pretty much easy just from the pronunciation. Il, you can see it's spelled I-L, ya, Y, space A, and then you write number 5, and pomme, P-O-M-M-E-S. All right, let's move on to the next sentence. Can you read after me? C'est l'automne. C'est l'automne. Good. And we already know what l'automne means. What about c'est? C'est means it is. It is. Which should mean it is autumn or fall. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next sentence. Can you read that again? C'est une pomme. Très bien. Encore. C'est une pomme. Perfect. Which, as you can see, is telling us that it is an apple. So c'est une pomme, or pronounced naturally as c'est une pomme, means it is an apple. All right. And let's move on to the next. C'est un ding-dong. Again. C'est un ding-dong. Très bien. And what does c'est un ding-dong means? It is a turkey, or it is one turkey. That's very good. So you realize so far that from the first 2 sentences, c'est une pomme and c'est un ding-dong, we've seen the word c'est, which means it is. And of course, une is used when the noun next to it is a female noun, like pomme is a female word. That's why we use une. And in the case of the second sentence, we used un because this word here, ding-dong, is a male word in French. So whenever you're talking of a, and the noun after it is a male word, in French you use un. And if it's a female, you use une. Alright, let's quickly move on to the next sentence. Can you try to read the next sentence now? Très bien. C'est du maïs. So this last word is pronounced maïs. C'est du maïs. Encore. C'est du maïs. Très bien. That's very good. Now let's move on to sentence number 4. Sentence number 4 says, c'est une citrouille. Can you repeat? C'est une citrouille. Très bien. And if you look at the picture right here, you're going to easily guess what we call citrouille in English. What is it? Okay, that's great. Of course, citrouille is a pumpkin. So it means it is a pumpkin. And you are going to tell us during what season we see pumpkins quite a lot. Alright, let's move on to the next sentence. C'est un épouvantail. Again. C'est un épouvantail. Very good. And what is épouvantail in French, in English, sorry? As you can see on the picture, épouvantail is how you call a scarecrow. Obviously used around May farms. So, the sentence c'est un épouvantail means it is a scarecrow. Très bien. Let's move on to sentence number 6. Jouer au football. Again. Jouer au football. Très bien. And what does the sentence jouer au football means? Alright, playing soccer is the right answer. Très bien. So soccer is football in French and jouer means play. So playing soccer, jouer au football. Alright. Next. Les feuilles. Les feuilles. Très bien. And what do we call les feuilles? As you can see, they are leaves. Les feuilles are leaves in English. Next. Les légumes. Les légumes. Très bien. And what do we call les légumes? Very good. Les légumes are what we call vegetables. We have so many of them. So if we want to say, c'est les légumes, we use the same CEST like what we are seeing below right here. C'est les légumes. They are vegetables. And of course, the next one, number 9, which should happen to be the last. C'est une tarte. Again, c'est une tarte. Très bien. And what does it mean? I'm sure you love this. Okay, clearly, these are tart, or this is a tart, which you definitely eat, and it's clearly very yummy. Alright, so here are the sentences which we shall be looking at in our live lesson on Sunday. And obviously, we are going to, like I said, practice spelling of these words, and also we're going to do a scramble exercise where I'm going to scramble these sentences. For example, I can take c'est du maïs, and I put maïs as the first word, and then after maïs I put du, and after du I put c'est, and ask you to readjust that sentence in its right form. And of course, for you to do that, you need to write the sentence exactly as it is this way, knowing very well that c'est will come first, du will come second, and of course maïs, which is the noun itself, will come third. So we are going to practice for all 9 of these sentences. So make sure that by the time you watch this video, you can repeat again as many times as possible so that you will understand and get a clear pronunciation of the sentences and know exactly what they mean, and take note, look at the spelling of each of these sentences, because we're going to have that spelling exercise, the scramble exercise, and then we're going to have a live worksheet which we shall complete in the course of the lesson to recap all what was learned so far on this lesson in particular, on the previous one which we're talking about the seasons, and of course on the previous one before that which we're talking about the weather. So please make sure you review the video again, and of course we're going to catch you on Sunday for the live session. It's time for us to say au revoir et à bientôt. Bye bye.